Why is it that we are so fearful of judgment? I know for me personally, when I was younger, I was fearful of judgment because I didn't like the attention. I didn't like standing out. I didn't like having eyeballs on me. And I don't know where that came from. I was just a shy kid. From my very first memory, I can just remember being wrapped around my mom's leg, only showing half of my face, doing whatever I could to not reveal myself. And it's interesting, especially as a creator today, knowing that it's the complete opposite. It's not that I'm seeking attention, but, I guess attention is another way to describe growth, building a brand, getting more views, etc. And so I have definitely gone through a lot of very cringy phases of wrapping my head around the fact that I'm putting myself out there. And this has held me back because the level of cringe that I would feel, the embarrassment that I would feel, would really eat at my conscience. Like, it would really just make my life worse. Like, I would suffer more just because of the way it made me feel. And this isn't a great way to live. This isn't a great way to build a brand. This isn't a great way to create content. So I wanted to talk about this today because I saw this quote the other day that really hit me. Like, I'll just tell it to you. So, embarrassment is an underexplored emotion. Go out there and make a fool of yourself. Feel that feeling of cringe and go out there and do it. I happened to have saw this quote yesterday, right before I was debating whether or not to post a piece of content on my Instagram. It was my first time dancing for a video. It was kind of cringy just knowing that I did that. But I needed to do it because it was a recap video of ACL, this music festival that happens here in Austin called Austin City Limits. And I knew that I really wanted this video to do well. So I filmed a hook of me just doing a bunch of different dance moves, showing off my fit, and then showing my camera because it was a video about all the photos that I took this past weekend. And I was on the verge of not posting this one specific thing on my story, which, interestingly enough, I tend to overthink what I post on my story the most. That's a whole nother story. But I didn't want to post this video of me dancing because I just felt like a fool. Even though so much of my character today is being a goofball, is dancing, is just letting loose. Like, anywhere else outside of the camera or outside of my comfort zone at home or like just anywhere in public, you will catch me dancing. So I don't know why this like fear of judgment or embarrassment comes up as if like it makes me not look cool or some bullshit like that. But it crept in, and it was in this moment that I saw this quote on Instagram. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to post it. How many times have we had that question in our minds? Should we post this or not? And then not posted it? What if that post that you felt inclined to do changed your life? What if that post helped someone else feel more comfortable in what they wanted to post? What if that post inspired someone to finally start creating content? Yes, there's going to be people who judge. Yes, there's going to be people who look down on you, who really, measures who's above and who's below. Like, it's all subjective. I just feel like as creators, we're not embarrassing ourselves enough. And what I mean by that is leaning into our true authenticity, not only posting what we think other people want from us, but leaning into the things that we want to create, but we stop ourselves from creating because of fear of judgment. Like, what would be possible if you didn't listen to that voice that worried about what would this person think, or what will this person say to their friends about you? Like, in my opinion, fuck all that shit. Excuse my French, but Whatever you feel inspired to create from within, create it. Every time you feel that feeling of pulling back your authenticity, or trying to prove yourself to others, or just receive validation from others, anytime you're leaning into that, you're playing small. And it could be the reason why you haven't created the life that you want for yourself yet. The life that you want to live is on the other side of embracing that cringe, embracing the discomfort that comes from expressing yourself, from putting yourself out there. And what if we could measure success by our willingness to just see our own ideas out versus what other people think about our ideas? How much better of a relationship would we have with ourselves as a creator, which is probably the most important skill to have as a creator, because it can feel lonely. You do have to express yourself in order to create content, and you're putting yourself out there. People are going to judge. So at the end of the day, your foundation with yourself, your ability to nurture yourself, to support yourself as if it was your own child going through life, is the superpower to sustainability as a creator. And if you can't weather the storms of judgment, if you can't express your own ideas, and if you can't put yourself out there without embracing the fear of judgment, without embracing the cringe, then you will not live a life that lights you up. You will look back on your deathbed. I mean, how many times have you heard people on their deathbed say, "I wish I lived a life true to myself instead of trying to please others"? I don't know if you guys think about death often or not. And I don't mean to make this all sappy and, depressing. In fact, the opposite. But for me, thinking about that deadline, literally, inspires me to just create, to just lean into the cringe, to just do what I want to create, or create what I want to make. Because I know that while I'm on my deathbed, if I look back on all of these small micro decisions of wanting to do a handstand in public, of wanting to record me dancing because I felt like vibing out for a video, or whatever it is, I'm going to look back on that with pride, because it's my judgment. My judgment is the final judgment that I go out with. And I don't want to have someone else's judgment who, in 20 years may not even be a part of my life anymore. Like, why let strangers dictate how we show up in life, what we create, and what impact we have on this world? I just think that there's so much going on a rant here. I can feel it, but I just feel so fired up, and I wanted to make this video because I see so many people playing small. And there is no benefit to playing small besides keeping your past self comfortable. And the more that we keep our past selves comfortable, the less our higher selves has room to show up. So get out there, go embarrass yourself, feel that feeling of cringe, and go out there and do it. This is your sign to just get messy, to just get started, to just do the damn thing. Last week, we just wrapped up a confidence on camera challenge inside our community. And it's the first time we ever did it, the first official launch. If you find yourself feeling very cringe when talking to the camera, this challenge is for you.
I know I have a good foundation of this video that I do want to make for YouTube about my college experience and how it kind of changed and shaped my life. That is a direct example of how I feel like this has already helped me,
Countless members have talked about just having so much progress just after day one. Each day you film a video, and after day one, people are already seeing the transformation. I know from myself that the moment I started speaking to a camera, I started living a more fulfilling life, mostly because it was a practice of me expressing myself, of me digging into my curiosity and sharing it with others. Seeing that it could help other people was such a beautiful thing. And the most exciting part of it all is that it's given me more confidence in day-to-day life. So that's why I made this challenge. You know, if you feel like you're so fearful of embarrassing yourself, this challenge will definitely help you, and it's free. All you have to do is just click the link in my description and you can sign up and get started immediately. But I hope this video just inspires you to get messy and to lean into the embarrassment and just embrace the cringe, because you could create a transformation for yourself that changes your whole life. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Much love. Bye.